Thank you all for your time. My name is Dr. Stephen Leboeuf, and I'm one of the founders and also the president of Valencell. And what I'm going to talk with you about today is realizing the vision of a healthier world through wearables. Now, Valencell, we started back in September of 2006. So this is like, well before the iPhone, before people had Fitbits or whatever. And before really, I even recall anyone talking about really anything wearable, at least anything close to mainstream. So I'm going to talk with you about the vision, how we got there, and where the marketplace is going in 5 minutes. And the kind of epiphany that started. Now, my background is science. I got a PhD in electrical engineering from North Carolina State University. All right. And in 2001, I decided that I would go work for the man, General Electric, in New York, and I lived there for a while. And I dug it, loved the job, but I just got tired of working for the man every night and day. So I left that good job in the city and moved back to Raleigh to start the company. And I started the company without any idea about what I would do. No ideas. And I convinced two other scientists to join me. One had a little girl and a baby on the way. So, a long story how I convinced the wife, but it did involve sex. So the company started with no ideas, and where we had our epiphany, where we came up with our ideas, wasn't until 2 months after we started the company. And it came from kind of this concept. The idea is that most people, unless you're suicidal, God help you if you are, but most people, we want to live a longer, healthier life. Now, these couples on the left and right couple, they're the same age. And I think there's one couple, that we kind of prefer, we'd look like and be more like. And that's the one on the left, because that guy's eating well. No, but seriously. But seriously, I like to eat myself. I'll tell you, I'm Cajun, hence the ridiculous accent, okay? And, born and raised in South Louisiana, I want to eat like that guy and look like this dude, But it's hard, and we want to live longer, healthier lives, but it's the process of getting there sucks. And you know what else really pisses me off? Some people just have the right genetics where they can eat like that dude, and they can still look like that dude. And I don't have that, but some people can. And wouldn't it be awesome if you knew that you were one of these lucky people who won the genetic lottery, where you could do what you want to do and be healthy? Or you had to maybe not. You had to be stricter with your diet, knew what you were going to do, your exercise, and hit the points where you want to be. So that's kind of where the idea from Valencell came about. And the idea was, okay, well, let's say you're wearing something where we could monitor various things about you throughout the day. So we can monitor, say what you're eating, your environmental context. Maybe we could measure your activity. Maybe we could measure what's coming off your body, the biometrics. In some magical cloud someplace with wearable devices, figure out uniquely for you what's the best for you for various things. For example, what activities are making you fitter uniquely to you, your own physiology, or what environments are making you uniquely sick, what environments, or rather what diets are helping you out the best. That was the grand visage, which kind of called the big face of what we wanted to do. And things like, am I about to have a heart attack? With the device you already wear. But one of the challenges is you got all these different points in the body where you might have to measure stuff, and that kind of sucks. Nobody wants to wear all that kind of stuff on their body. At least I don't think most people do. And so one of the things we decided to start in fitness first, because we saw there was a problem there in the fitness marketplace, and it was lower hanging fruit. People wanted to measure more, but like runners at the time, back in the day, they'd have this chest strap on here, they'd have this foot pod to measure their running cadence. They might have a watch to show them, data from their exercise there. And it was like dressing like a Ghostbuster just to go ahead and track your health, or fitness and sports performance. So we said, let's focus on one device that can measure everything important in one spot. And that led us first in the sport case to the ear for earbuds. And some of our, most of the products with our technology in the marketplace today are earphone products. But also for lifestyle, for people who want to monitor throughout their whole day, the wrist can make a lot more sense. And so we focused on these two areas. And we started, it took us years to actually get the technology to work, because it turns out that you get all these motion artifacts when you move, and the environment screws up all the data. So it took us a long time, thousands of data points, of data sets in order to get this data, in order to get this technology to work. But once we got it working, we started licensing, and we've been very successful. We power actually more biometric wearables than any other company in the marketplace today, by a lot. I want to say, I think off the top of my head, I think we have over 30 licensees now, either licensing our patents or our technology, or also on top of that, using our support to build the products. And some companies we can't talk about because they say, hey, well, we'll license your stuff, but you better not tell anybody. And of course, we're cool with that. We just want to make a living. But one of the things that is happening here is the marketplace is moving more from fitness to health. And what we're seeing now for the first time in the past year in our company, and this is really new actually, we've had big companies come to us now giving us projects to be funded. In other words, wanting to fund us to do projects that use wearables for true health purposes, like, for example, monitoring a disease condition or determining if say you have a disease condition and determining whether or not you're about to present a bad outcome of that disease condition. And so there's a few different, three big things here that are kind of driving that. One of them is that it's just companies are investing in it. They're starting to invest big time into the wearable health aspects. Also, it turns out most physicians want patients now to monitor at the home, and that's different. It didn't used to be that way. This is actually relatively new. And then also another thing is that all the reports show that you'll save money. With the health IoT in place, using wearable devices, you'll save money. And so the confluence of all these things, I really wish you would have gone, ding! But the confluence of all these things are really what's making it happen. So what I can tell you is this. You know, we started with the vision of a healthier world with wearable devices. We went to fitness and sports first because that was a low-hanging fruit. I didn't know when health was going to hit. But in this past year or year and a half is the first time we've really seen big companies come to us for projects that make sense, and they've got money behind it. So you will see with wearables, I guarantee you'll see a world where you're able to improve your health and track your health through wearable devices, things you wear every day. Thanks for your time.